Everybody keeps saying web design is dying. Honestly, I think a certain version of web design probably is. And some people in this industry are pretending not to see it. A few years ago, if you could install WordPress, drag some sections into Elementor, and make a decent-looking homepage, you could build a business around that. Now, AI can generate layouts. Templates are everywhere. Business owners can build something themselves in a weekend. So naturally, people panic. You see posts every day. AI replaced designers. Web design is over. Learn AI or you're finished. Meanwhile, I keep seeing high-budget companies willingly paying experienced designers tens of thousands of dollars for projects. So something doesn't add up. Because if web design was truly dead, why are serious businesses still investing heavily in it? That contradiction matters. And I think a lot of people are misunderstanding what's actually happening right now. I've been doing web design for over 20 years, long enough to watch multiple industry-ending predictions come and go. People said templates would kill web designers, then website builders, then Fiverr, then Squarespace, then no-code, now AI. Every few years, the same cycle repeats. The tools get easier, the barrier to entry drops, everybody starts panicking. Then eventually the market separates itself again. I've watched businesses spend $300 on a website, and I've watched businesses spend $30,000. Completely different conversations. The low-budget side of the industry has always been unstable. It's crowded, price-sensitive, easy to disrupt. But higher-level businesses, they usually aren't paying for buttons and sections. They're paying for judgment. That part gets ignored constantly online because panic gets more clicks than nuance. And honestly, fear sells really well right now, especially in tech. Now, I understand why people believe web design is collapsing. Because on the surface, AI looks terrifying. You type, "Build me a modern dentist website." Boom! You get layouts, copywriting, images, SEO suggestions, color palettes. For newer designers especially, that feels personal, because they spend years learning skills that suddenly look automated. And some clients absolutely will stop hiring designers. That's real. The client who only cared about getting a website was always vulnerable to automation anyway. That client was comparing you to templates before AI even existed. But people are mixing two separate markets together. That's the mistake. There's a huge difference between "I need a website" and "I need this business to grow." Those are not the same buyer. One is shopping for cost. The other is shopping for outcomes. And AI struggles a lot more once business risk enters the conversation. Because the bigger the stakes, the more humans want human judgment involved. This is the part almost nobody talks about. Businesses don't all operate at the same risk level. A local startup with almost no budget? Sure, they may use AI tools for everything. A business already generating millions in revenue? Completely different psychology. Because now mistakes become expensive. Bad messaging becomes expensive. Weak positioning becomes expensive. Confusing UX becomes expensive. Even small trust problems become expensive. And once businesses reach that level, they stop asking, "How cheap can we make this?" They start asking, "Who do we trust with this?" That changes the entire conversation. I've seen companies happily pay premium rates while fully knowing cheaper options exist. Not because they're stupid, because reducing business risk has value. That's why I don't fully buy the AI replaces everybody narrative. AI reduces production costs. It speeds up workflows. It absolutely changes the industry. But business owners still need someone to think. That part is harder to automate than people realize. And honestly, I think some web designers are focusing on the wrong fear entirely. The bigger danger may not be AI. The bigger danger might be refusing to evolve while pretending nothing changed. That's the uncomfortable position some people are in right now. Because if your entire value was, "I can build pages manually," then yes, that becomes risky, very risky. But if your value becomes strategy, positioning, brand perception, conversion thinking, business growth, decision-making, AI actually becomes useful, not threatening. That's the shift I keep noticing among experienced professionals. The strongest people aren't fighting AI nonstop. They're integrating it, using it to speed up research, improve workflows, generate concepts faster, test ideas faster, deliver more value faster. Meanwhile, some people are spending all day arguing online about whether AI is evil. Markets usually don't care about emotional debates for very long. I also think AI hype itself is distorting reality. Tech industries have a long history of over-promising timelines. We've seen this before. Self-driving cars were supposed to fully dominate years ago. Crypto was supposed to replace everything. Metaverse offices were supposedly inevitable. Now AI is entering that same cycle. And to be clear, AI is powerful. I use it. I think ignoring it would be foolish. But there's a difference between AI changes industries and humans become irrelevant. Those are two wildly different statements. The internet tends to collapse nuance into extremes. Either AI does nothing, or every creative career disappears next year. Reality usually lands somewhere messier in the middle. And business owners know this instinctively, because businesses still run on trust, relationships, judgment, communication, accountability. You can't completely automate responsibility, especially when money is involved. I think web designers need to make a decision now, not emotionally, strategically. Do you want to compete at the lowest layer of the market forever? Because that layer will always be under pressure. AI, templates, cheap marketplaces, global competition, that pressure never stops. Or do you climb upward? Learn branding deeper, learn marketing deeper, learn sales psychology, learn SEO properly. Understand business models, understand customer behavior, because once you understand business problems at a higher level, you stop looking like somebody building websites. You start looking like somebody helping companies grow. That positioning changes pricing. It changes clients. It changes conversations. And ironically, AI can help accelerate that transition if you use it intelligently. That's the part people keep missing. I don't think web design feels like it's dying because websites stopped mattering. If anything, businesses depend on digital presence more than ever. I think web design feels like it's dying because the easy middle layer is collapsing. And honestly, maybe it was always going to. Technology tends to remove average production work over time. That happens in almost every industry eventually. But higher level thinking usually becomes more valuable afterward. That's why I'm not approaching this with panic. Caution? Sure. Adaptation? Absolutely. But panic? No. Because I've watched this industry reinvent itself multiple times already. The people who survive usually aren't the loudest. They're the ones paying attention to where value is moving. And right now, I think value is moving away from can you build a website toward can you help this business make smarter decisions online. That's a very different career. And honestly, probably a more profitable one too. If you're a designer, entrepreneur, or business owner, are you seeing this shift happening already? Or do you think AI eventually replaces most of this industry completely? I genuinely think this conversation is just getting started. And if you would like more tips on running a smooth, profitable web design business, please like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any valuable tips. My name is Fabio Peters. Until next time, take care.